Bitch, it's nothing but coke. Hella fucking pounds of coke. Money in the back. You can hear the niggas in the back talking. Close the door. It's like 6 niggas. Close the door. It's hella weed every day. Hella weed everywhere. It's 20s, like big stacks of 20s, like 30,000, 40,000, all on the table. So I'm sitting there, bitch. And mind you, now they watching me because I got my phone out. Hey, my love. So I'm going to give y'all a little story time. Okay? And this probably be a part 1. I'll probably try to make it all in this little minute. This little one video. But anyway, okay, story time about the time I went to prison. For those of you that know, then you know. But yes, I did 4 years in the penitentiary. And in those 4 years, I'm going to tell you the several units I've been to. Okay? I've been to Hilltop Unit. I've been to Mountain View. I've been to Crane. No, was it Crane? I think it's Crane, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's called Crane. What's another one? What was the other one? Oh, and Hobby. I've been to Hobby. I think I'm missing one more, but I don't know how to say it. I think it starts with an R. I'm not sure. But it's not far from Mountain View. Anyway, so yeah, I've been to those 5 or 6 units. So, and why I went to prison. So I was a runaway at the age of 15. I ran away from my mother's house. Typical girl shit, you know. Father went to prison. Whatever. I just wanted to be in the streets, okay? Looking for love, okay? We're going to put it like that. Let's be real. So, anyways, in the midst of that, I wasn't in contact with none of my parents, okay? None of my people, nobody. My father was in prison. Me and my mama wasn't clicking. Like, we had our ups and downs. Me and my grandma, ups and downs. Yeah, anyway, long story short. So, I met this dude online on Twitter. So, I met this dude, whatever, lied about my age. Let me start there. I lied about my age. Told the dude I was 18 or 17. I probably even told him I was 19. I don't know, because, baby, if I show y'all how I looked at that age, at 15, mind you, I'm 15, you would have believed me. Okay, y'all know how this generation is. But anyway, so, yeah, so I met this dude online. I think he was 20. Oh, he was over 22. Let's keep it real. He was over 22. Mind you, I'm only 15. But he thinks that I'm between 17 and 19. I can't remember what age I told him. I'm 25 now. So anyway, yeah, I met this dude, ran off with this dude. Didn't know shit about what I was doing. Barely knew how to take care of myself, okay? Yeah, so met up with him. My mom filed a runaway. The laws tapped into my computer, like dead ass tapped into my computer. End up knowing where I was, finding the dude information. My mom ended up calling the dude, letting the dude know, hey, you with my 15-year-old runaway daughter. So he ended up dropping me at a gas station because she threatened that the laws was going to be at his door. So he ended up dropping me at a gas station, and I ended up getting on this POF app. I don't know if y'all heard about this, but I think it's Plenty of Fish. I don't know if that's still an ongoing thing, but at that time, that's what it was called, POF. So I ended up getting on that at the gas station like this quick, okay? I had pictures already on my phone, so I'm posting pictures. Ended up talking to this guy like within 30 minutes. Like, I was a risk taker. Like, I would never do that now, though. Man. God, like, Lord knows. Oh, my goodness. But anyway, so ended up talking to this guy. Ended up telling this guy I was at the gas station. Yeah, my friends ditched me with the woo. I came up with this story. This is some real shit. Like, swear to God, no lie. Like, right hand to the man. This God honest truth. So the guy put up on me, whatever. Mind you, this guy, he thinks that I'm in between the age 17 and 19 as well. So I met up with him. I'm still a runaway. Never went back home, even though my mom found out where I was and the laws was looking for me. So met up with him. doing my little 1 2 1 2. I didn't like him. I remember I didn't like him, and I don't know what the fuck happened. We got pulled over, I think. We got pulled over. They ended up running my name. Thought that was a runaway. Took me to juvenile. Took me to juvenile. My grandma came, got me. I was there, no, I kid you not, no longer than 24 hours at my grandparents' house. Oh my goodness, why was I like this? So I was there no longer than 24 hours and met this guy, another guy, and told him, yeah, I think I told him I was 18. I remember this. I think I told him I was 18, okay? And he's from Montgomery. He was from Montgomery County. Met up with him, ran away from my grandma's house. So mind you, she had to file another runaway. She had to file me as a runaway, so I'm a runaway again. So I met up with him. He took me all the way from Port Arthur, Texas. I was coming from Port Arthur, Texas at the time, because that's where my grandparents were staying. So, because my mama didn't want shit to do with me. Like, it was a repeated cycle with me. So she was like, I wash my hands, take her. So yeah, my grandma took control of it, whatever. So this guy came pick me up. We drove all the way to Montgomery County. Went to Montgomery County. I was with this guy, with the woo. Mind you, at the time, I skipped a little detail. At the time, I was the only one with a Camaro. Because I was talking to this other guy at the time. R.I.P. to him. He was ran over. But his name was Christopher Matthews. Somebody ran him over in Beaumont, Texas. But I was talking to this man. And he held me down my entire time in prison. He actually passed away when I came home. But anyway, so I was talking to him. He got me a car. So I actually had my own car. But I didn't have my car out here. He had bought me my car. It was in Houston because that's where he was. Well, he was in Beaumont, but wherever he was working at doing little landscaping jobs, concrete jobs, that's where he was. So he had me a car out there. So bam, I was like perfect doing Montgomery, perfect. I can go get my car, meet up with this guy. Oh, this is all tea for me. I'm barely turning 16 now. I'm 16 now. It's my birthday, if I'm not mistaken. It's after my birthday, like a couple weeks after my birthday. So I'm 16 now. So yeah, told him I was 18. So he ended up telling me, hey, you want to make some money? I'm like, hell yeah. But I'm 16 in the streets, don't have a job, don't know what to do. I didn't even start dancing yet. Yeah, that's another story. Yeah, we'll talk about that in another video. But anyway, so I'm like, yeah. So I was like, what I gotta do? He was like, you just gotta be a bait. I'm like, be a bait? What I gotta be a bait and do? He was like, I just need you to put something sexy on, walk down the street, and the Mexicans, just get the Mexicans' attention and go in the house and see, what they got going on in there. Like, because they be having weed, coke, money, like they was some big drug dealers, and this is in Montgomery. So I'm like, bet, okay, cool, I could do that. So I walk by, sure enough, they whistling, Mama Sita, come have a beer. If I'm not mistaken, it was one of them fucking nasty ass Coronas, whatever the fuck them shits is in a green bottle. Yeah. So I'm acting like I'm sipping that, mind you, I'm on my phone, but I'm taking pictures on the low, but I'm acting like I'm on my phone, drinking beer, but I'm taking pictures of the dude. So when the dude like, hey, you want to come in? I'm like, yeah, come on. I'm like, yeah, let's go. So we go in. Bitch, it's nothing but coke. Hella fucking pounds of coke. Money in the back. You can hear the niggas in the back talking. Close the door. It's like 6 niggas. Close the door. It's hella weed every day. Hella weed everywhere. It's 20s, like big stacks of 20s, like 30,000, 40,000. All on the table. So I'm sitting there, bitch. And mind you, now they watching me because I got my phone out. So I'm hurry up and taking pictures and putting my phone up. So the nigga texting, like he steady texting, like, hey, you good? Because I went in the house. That wasn't part of the plan. So I'm like, I had to take my phone out. Now I'm texting, yeah, I'm good. A nigga asked me, the Mexican, like, hey, what you doing over there? Like, what you doing over there? You good? I'm like, yeah, shit, I'm good.
I'm dangerous game.
I'm good. So fast forward all that, I ended up leaving, ended up getting up out of there, telling them what's going on. Bam. Ended up setting it up, doing the same thing like that, meeting the Mexicans. They ended up letting me in. It was only 3 of them at the time, and mind you, it's like 4 or 5 of my partners, the nigga that I was fucking with. So bam, I text him, hey, it's a green light. Bam, they all go in, they beat one nigga with the iron steel bat, beat him. They thought he was dead. So Long story short, they got away. I didn't because I was the only one with that Camaro car. Remember, I told you I had a white Camaro, it was cocaine white. I was the only one with that car. Damn. Long story short, I got pulled over. Had to put my hands up. I was the only one in the car. They got away. They took me. They like, hey, tell me who this. Who tell me who did this? You know, mind you, we thought the nigga was dead. Who they hit with the iron steel, with the bat. He wasn't dead. He got up. He was just unconscious. He went to the neighbors. But anyway, if y'all want more. Okay, so y'all wanted a part two. So here it is. So we're on part two anyways. They pulled me over. Mind you, they was already out. Like, they had already got away because they got away through the back door. So mind you, they put me over, telling me, raise my window down, put my left hand out the door, take 10 step back, put my hand up above my head. So keep in mind that when the officer came and arrested me, he yanked my shoulder, my right arm, dislocated it. In the midst of that, I turned around, punched him. So that's an assault. I broke his nose at that. So that was an assault. Okay, so bam, the lady waited till the lady come to search me down. They took me to county. They like, we'll let you go. You know, they talking to me. They telling me if I cooperate with, they'll let me go because I'm 16. I can go back home to my mother. I'm just under a runaway, and they know that they probably forced to do what I did. You know, whoop. I'm like, I'm not having that. I'm not going back home because I done already got a taste of the streets. So I'm like, yeah, no, that's dead. I'm not telling y'all nothing. And I'm thinking that the nigga gonna have my back, you know? Yeah. So anyway, push forward. All right, bam. So I go to jail. I go to court. Where I go to jail, I go to TYC. When I go to TYC, I go to court. When I go to court, they're like, I didn't have no paid lawyer or nothing. I had an appointed lawyer. So they're like, yeah, when you go to court, nobody was there. No family member or nothing. I was fucking with a CO that I met at TYC. So he went to court. They found out about it, so they fired him. So he ended up going to court with me because, you know, they didn't already fired him. They didn't found out about it. So bam. So he go to court with me, and they tell me that I got 8 years. Well, that's the offer, 8 years. So I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. Boo-hoo crying, I'm not doing that. So then I go back to TYC a year later. It's almost a year, probably like 8-9 months. I come back, I go to court. The dude he got me a paid lawyer. So the lawyer go in and was it a he? No, it was a she. I'm lying. The lawyer like, well, if I go back in there, they gonna raise it up. Instead of, you know, they gonna raise it up because they didn't drop it down when she came in there. They didn't drop it to 4 years. So I'm like, I can't do that. So they went from 8 to 4. I'm like, I can't do that for my first offense. Like, yeah, no, that's dead. So then they was like, well, if I go back in there, then the DA is going to raise it up and whoop. So they called my mom on a little black phone or whatever. They called my mom. My mom wasn't there. But they called her and they tell her what's going on. And she like, can I talk to my daughter? But she was on speakerphone. So I'm like, yeah, I'm listening. And she was like, girl, you better do that 3 years. That's just 3 years. And you don't have to do the full 3 years. You could do that shit on the headstand and whoop. Your daddy doing 20. I'm like, yeah, no, can't do it. So mind you, the lawyer like, if I go back in there, they're going to raise it up. You know, they could double it. So I'm like, oh no. But what they got me for, say all that, my original charge was the aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, aggravated robbery, and then it was aggravated assault on the officer. They dropped all of that just because I did an assault on an officer. Their main focus for me was that. Like, they knew I didn't have nothing to do with the boy getting beat, right. The robbing. They knew, like, I was there to be set up. They just wanted me to say it, and they wanted me to snitch on the diggers. But I never did that. So, bam. I get sentenced 4 years for assault on an officer. They dropped the ag and all that. So they gave me that. So bam, I go back to TYC, then I got on chain to go to Hilltop. Mind you, I go to Hilltop. I'm at Hilltop for 2 months. I was at Hilltop for 2 months. I seen parole my first 2 months. And this old lady, I'll never forget, this old lady found out. She found out I was trying to make parole. So she was going around telling people that, and how you find out, if you know, if you've been in jail, you don't supposed to tell people you make parole, but they will look you up. I'm fresh meat. I'm pretty as hell. Everybody will know who I am, what I'm in there for. I'm not talking to nobody. So that old lady found out that I made parole because I got a lay-in that a parole visit. So I guess she called the people and found out. Well, she started threatening me like she was gonna slice my face, cut my face. So what I did was put a lock in a sock, beat that old woman up. Well, I busted her right eardrum. They G4'd me. They G4'd me, moved me from Hilltop to Mountain View. I was G4'd. I started acting a ass. Mind you, this whole time, did not hear from that dude. Didn't get a letter. Don't know if that man dead or alive. Don't know if his partner's dead or alive. Ain't heard from his mom. Ain't heard from nobody. Like, I'm honest to say I probably should have snitched on the nigga. Like, yeah. But I didn't. But anyway, so, yeah, so I go G4. While I'm doing all that, I started dashing the officers, flooding the rain, spitting at people.
Man,
Like, I'm doing mesh gate. And I had a roommate at the time. Roommate ain't doing me shit, though. But I'm trying to get the fuck away from... I'm just losing my mind. I'm already a year in the system. So then, bam. They G4 me till they G5 me from acting... They turned my water off for 3 days for doing all that. With my water flooding the rain, dashing the officer, just doing the most. They didn't feed me for a day. Man. Cut my water off for 3 days. Literally cut just my water off. So didn't let me go shower for 3 days or nothing. So then bam, they G5 me. G5 me, put me in a single man cell. I was in cell 24 by myself, top bunk, all the way in the back. And I did my last 3 years G5. And I did that. I switched units I went from Hilltop to Mountain View, from Mountain View to Crane, from Crane. It's another one. I want to say it's River. It started with an R, I think. I went from there, and then from there, they sent me back to Mountain View. Because Mountain View was a death row sentence, and that was the only sentence also that held it G5 people. Well, they're in Hobby. But because the officer that I dashed G5 was there, because I was dashing too when I was G5. So the officer that I dashed G5, they was still at that unit, so they had to UT me to a Hobby. I was at Hobby unit, and I pulled chain from home, from Hobby unit. And that's how they went. But I did my full 4 years, like, yeah, full 4 years. Didn't get on no papers or nothing, like. But yeah, that's the story of how I went to jail. And to sum it up, yeah, I didn't snitch on them. No, I never heard from them, never got a visit. And you know what? I don't feel bad about it because it made me. I can honestly say it made me because I was doing a lot of hot girl shit and I needed to slow down. So, but if y'all want more stories, comment and like. I got a lot of stories, so I can definitely give y'all story times.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, man. She most definitely was on some hot girl shit, man. At the age of 15, running away from home. She on the app called Plenty of Fish, man. I know we all heard about that app, but at the age of 15, lying, fucking with grown men, it's like, man, she living her life on the edge for real. You know, getting put in dangerous situation, being a bait, going into some Mexican house. They could have did anything to her, locked the door and just did anything to her. She was already labeled as a runaway, so yeah, that's crazy, man. And the last guy she was messing with, he didn't show up to court. He didn't try to check on her, try to put no money on her books or anything. What y'all would have did in that situation? Would you would have folded and told on the dude, gave him up to save you 4 years, or went on ahead and laid it down, took it on the chin like she did? Drop y'all thoughts and opinions in the comments and let me know. Cause this one wild. I'm gone.